Hey y'all, thanks for following Life with the Stones, where we share our crazy plant-based family. And so we just want to share some joy with sharing our life. And also, because we're a plant-based family, we wanted to just share with people what it looks like to make meals and real life and with real regular ingredients, just that you can find in your everyday grocery stores and things like that. So thanks for joining us, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram, and we also upload our videos to our YouTube channel, Life with the Stones. So tonight we are making just a simple Greek salad. We usually do salad nights at least one night a week, but I know sometimes when people think plant-based, you think all you eat is salads, which is not true. There's lots of options. So tonight we have a salad that I've got some greens here, and then I've got some toasted chickpeas here, and a purple onion diced, and a whole pint of cherry tomatoes diced, and then a whole cucumber diced. So we're gonna add those to the top of our salad. What I'm doing right here is the good part. The croutons. My mama taught me how to make croutons. Initially, she would make them out of hot dog buns, which are perfect size. You just slice down the middle and then chop those up. So I just do any bread, of course, since we're plant-based, that doesn't have egg or milk, no dairy in it, which actually are a lot of breads. We often shop at Aldi, so their ciabatta bread is great and makes delicious croutons. If you have other regular grocery stores that you happen to see the sale bread section, that's my favorite place to shop, because actually day-old bread works wonders for croutons. And so you can use that when you get home, or you can toss it in the freezer, just whole. This actually came from my freezer because we had some bread and I wasn't going to use it right away. So just put it in the freezer and pull it out whenever you want some great croutons. So I'm going to get started on the croutons first. That's Lily in the background. She's doing puzzles while we prep dinner. I've got a warm skillet back here. I'm going to turn this up. Hi, baby. Oh, we've got a puzzle going. So I'm going to get started on these croutons. And Andrew usually does the croutons. Tonight he is doing cameraman duties, so babe, tell me if I'm doing it wrong. So I just do a little bit of olive oil in the skillet, and then I throw all of these croutons in, and they're great leftover, if you have any leftover. We often just enjoy just crunching on them, and they make any salad seem special. So if you're bored with salad, try these croutons. You can also do them in the oven if you don't want to fool with them on the stovetop. Do like, I don't know, 8 to 10 minutes at 375, and just let them toast up on their own. You don't have to babysit them, and that's an easy way to do it without having to stand over the skillet. I was just trying to get these done while we're talking tonight. So I just got some olive oil. I'm going to put a little bit more on. Sorry, left-handed here. And then we always use just a really basic seasoning, is a loose term for it. Pepper, garlic powder, and salt. That's our big trio at our house. So whatever y'all like at home, season them up however you'd like. Tonight, since it's more of a Greek night with the Cavenders seasoning we'll be using in our dressing, might throw in a little oregano, and just to make it a little different, drive home those flavors. I like to kind of break it up in my hands. It seems to be a little more aromatic when I do that. So babe, how's it looking? Get a thumbs up. So these really toast up nicely when you kind of do it on a lower heat as opposed to a super high heat. When you do a super high heat, they can kind of get a little bit burned, but you just toss them a little bit, and then you can kind of let them set. I'm just gonna make sure they all line the bottom here. There we go. And I'm just gonna let them toast like that for just a minute. And then I'm gonna move over here back to the dressing and assemble the dressing for our salad. So I'm gonna start with olive oil. You okay? I like to mix mine up in a mason jar. I know Pioneer Woman does this, and I loved when she did it, because then I was like, oh yay. At least somebody who's very successful and famous still uses a mason jar. We use them as our dishes, our cups over here as well. So I just got about 2 ounces of olive oil, and then I'm going to squeeze some fresh lemon in here. And the main seasoning in this dressing is called Cavenders. I don't know if y'all have heard of it. Cavenders. It's delicious. My mom used to buy it, put me onto it when I was obviously young. And so it's just a really great, really vibrant seasoning. So all this is just olive oil, lemon, Cavenders, and then some mayo for a little creaminess. So, and I like to talk about how I get everything at Aldi. And Cavenders is not at Aldi, nor is vegan mayo. However, they are both at Walmart. So, again, kind of talking to the where to find things, especially if you're trying plant-based for the first time and thinking you can only shop at Whole Foods. Not true. So I think I got some seeds in there, but you know what? Never hurt anybody. So, a tablespoon of Cavenders goes in this. I know it sounds like a lot, but it just really drives home the flavor. So, if I can get it poured out. And when you're mixing mayo into a dressing, especially if it has a citrus element to it, I like to mix it up with the citrus, almost like it's its own vinaigrette, and then add the mayo at the end, and that helps to not curdle the mayo. So, all right, a little more for good measure. Now, while I'm shaking this, I'm also gonna stir or shake my croutons. So they don't get too browned on one side. And see, I've already got them a little too high, babe, don't kill me. Burn the croutons, guys. Only on alive, right? Okay, they're getting browned. Maybe a little too. This will be nice and crispy. So this is why it's helpful to have someone man the croutons while the other one talks to the camera. Alrighty, so just got a couple of scoops of mayo, and this is about this little scoop, about the same size as my tablespoon. So I'm just doing 2 tablespoons. Drop it right in there. There we go. Alright, and this is the vegan mayo that we use. I'm sure there's other kinds, but this one, bless you, baby. This one was what was in the produce aisle. Usually they're in the produce aisle. I found that at both Publix and Walmart. They have a little section of vegan options. And so that's where I found the vegan mayo is in that produce section, to hopefully save anybody a little bit of searching. So, heat. Make sure all these are flipped. Kind of got the first side a little done, so. And then that's really all there is to it, y'all. Once you get the croutons to your liking, which they're almost to ours. Trying to get all these other little sides evenly crisped. So, and then I'm sure next time Andrew will resume the croutons. Apparently I'm a little rusty. But again, they don't have to be perfect. They can, but they're just a delicious crispiness. So, back to our dressing. And there we go. I like to taste it. So good. Needs a little bit of, and again, this is what happens when you cook live. You drip stuff on yourself. Story of my life. Oh, goodness. Anyways, it needed a little more olive oil. Need a little smoothing out. So I'm just going to toss this on our greens, because I like to have the dressing really kind of good into all the greens, and then just put it in bowls and whatnot. So this is actually really great as a pasta salad if you wanted to use orzo. I love to use couscous, or you could use quinoa for an additional protein boost, which I have some quinoa already cooked here that I'm going to add to our salad, because I know everybody's probably thinking, where's your protein? Hi, baby. And so our protein is in these chickpeas. In a half a cup of chickpeas, there's 6 grams of protein. In a half a cup of cooked quinoa, there are 4 grams of protein. And then we have some hemp hearts that I'm going to add. I forgot to bring those out. And those, just for a tablespoon, there's 3 grams of protein. So, I mean, that's a great amount. And those are all great options for us to get protein in a plant-based diet. And so that's what we enjoy. Yep, baby, it's okay. Sorry, we've got a little seating crisis. So I'm just gonna toss everything on the salad and that's what we'll serve up and eat. So again, we have our chickpeas, and then we have our cucumbers, and our tomatoes, and our purple onion. If y'all don't like purple onion, if it's too strong for your family, then use green onion. It's a great option. It still gives that onion flavor and it's a little more mild. We love purple onion in our house, so we put it on everything. And then at the end, after we serve up, we'll add these croutons. So that's pretty much it. Just a simple salad night, but it's really filling and very flavorful. Channel, or when I post this later, I'll also add the recipe, so that way you can make it at home or try it, see if you like it. So thanks so much for watching. Do you want to do one last picture of the croutons? Sorry guys. Okay, these are not my best croutons, but they're a little brown, but they are delicious. So they just crisp up so nicely. You know, when you get them in the oven, they'll cook a little more evenly. So I'm gonna burn the fire on my tongue. They're still soft. So they're crispy on the outside, but soft on the inside. Not about to break. Not like the store-bought ones where you might break a tooth. So again, just a great way to repurpose some stale bread or some old bread that you might have. So thank you all so much for watching our craziness. I hope this inspires you to maybe make a healthy meal with the ones you love. And please follow us on Instagram and check out our YouTube channel, Life with the Stones is where we are. So I hope you all have a great night. Thanks.